where did Mr. Wonderful come from? Like you had all this in you and you were hired by Mark, to double down maybe on being mean or, truthful, but like did you come up with the name Mr. Wonderful? How did that name come about for you?
It happened on a show called the Lang O'Leary Exchange. In a former life, I had a 10-year run with a woman named Amanda Lang on a business network. And we used to go at it each day. We had a lot of respect for each other, but we never agreed on anything. She was a left-wing communist, and I'm obviously a capitalist. And so we went into a really interesting dialogue each day, looking at the world news and politics and whatever. And I think, somewhere along the line, she might have said, "Oh, aren't you just Mr. Wonderful?" And it stuck. And today when I land, I'll never forget, I landed in Los Angeles, and there was a driver with a sign there, for people coming out of the baggage claim. And it said Mr. Wonderful on it. And I walked up to him and I said, "You know my name?" He said, "Yeah, you're Mr. Wonderful." I said, "No, my real name." He said, "No, everybody knows you as Mr. Wonderful. Is that good enough?" I said, "Yeah, I guess so."
It's a brilliant branding of a name. I wish that I thought of a name as great for myself. What's like the origin behind it? I mean, other than like, was there a thought of like, okay, you're Mr. Wonderful? Is that like or am I being too deep here? Like, is that a play on, well, you are truthful. So, that goes with being mean. So like, oh, you're Mr. Wonderful. It's like, it's ironic. Or is it like you are helping these people? Like you said, like to your point, Barbara and Lori, if people listen to them, they might go down a dead road for 10 more years. Like you really are the one giving them the best business advice. Or am
Yeah,
I just being too ethereal in this and there's not that much behind it?
No, I think there's a sarcastic element to it. And I think nomenclature like this sticks, and it's remarkable. When I travel, and I'm actually quite proud of this. I've got, you think about the audience of Shark Tank. It's 8 and 9-year-olds, all the way up to 90, because families watch it together, and it's a great educational tool for kids that are interested in entrepreneurship to learn some of the technical natures of deal making and structures. And I remember it was a few years ago, I think it was in San Francisco, SFO Airport, this 9-year-old girl comes running up to me with her mother way behind her and said, "Mr. Wonderful, Mr. Wonderful, you should have done a convertible debenture up 20% last night on Shark Tank." And I went, "What? How would you know what a convert is, let alone up 20? I've got people working for me that don't know what that is."